Talking about action, you were on the Unwaxed podcast last week, which made a lot of buzz. How was that?
Huge buzz. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I love those girls. They're so fun. They're like I don't know, they're like family in a way.
Welcome to the Opposite Ends Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to Opposite Ends. For starters, you might be wondering why Joe and I aren't together. That's because I'm approximately like 8,000 miles away from him right now. I'm back in India. I had to come here for some work. My company's headquarters is here. And yeah, dude, Joseph, that flight, man, like I flew from San Francisco to New Delhi. It was a 15-hour flight. And when you
15?
can't sleep on it was a 15-hour flight. And when you can't sleep on a 15-hour flight, that's a fucking problem, right? It's like, I just couldn't sleep and I was like up for 15 hours. It was so turbulent because...
You didn't take any Benadryl or something? Like take a little Benadryl or like a little Dramamine or something?
I took those melatonin, those kind of gummy bears, and I don't think they worked because I was up for like 15 hours. They do, right?
Yeah, they gave me a headache. I felt hungover after sleeping on one of those. It was terrible.
If you manage to sleep, then you're good. But if you somehow don't fall asleep, then you're fucked because it just messes with your head. And like I was up for like 15 hours and it was so turbulent, the flight, I thought I'm going to die, literally. But I guess we made it.
So how many movies did you watch?
I'm here. I watched like 5 movies, literally.
Lord have mercy.
But talking about flights, you were in New York last week, right?
Yeah, so I just got done filming in New Jersey this past weekend, and then I went to New York because I was trying to set up some meetings with potentially SNL for a future thing, maybe, who knows, but didn't end up meeting because I had to fly back for a client that wanted to see a property right away.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Oh my gosh, it was the adrenaline was crazy. Monday, so I got an email Sunday basically saying that this client wants to see a property and they leave on Tuesday, so they have to see it either Monday or Tuesday during the day, and they want me specifically to show it. And so I was like, okay, let's see what property are you talking about? They send me the property. It's huge. Like I've never seen a property.
Can I say?
I don't know if I want to talk about the price just yet. Let's not talk about the price just yet. But let me just tell you, it was worth me flying back immediately. I dropped everything. Like I had a date planned on Tuesday, and I had to bail on her. I had like reservations ready, like meetings set in New York.
Yeah,
like,
Joe, if you sell that property, you can fly anyone in whenever you want, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's huge.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so it was really exciting. But man, Monday night when so a property this size, you need proof of funds. To even just see the property, okay? So that you need to be able to prove that you can even afford to purchase this place. So I'm waiting on Monday for the proof of funds, and it doesn't. I mean, with the time change, it's 8 o'clock over there in New York, 5 o'clock here. So they get it to my office at 5 p.m. Pacific Coast time. East Coast time, I'm at dinner. It's like 8:30. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I get the proof of funds, and I'm freaking out. So at dinner on Monday night, I have to cancel everything. Cancel the hotel, which no refund. I was pissed. That's okay though, because it's worth it. Had to buy my flight 7 a.m. and cancel that date, which I was really excited about. And then some meetings that I had Wednesday, Thursday. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to drop everything for this client. You know, we're going to fly back. I missed my first flight, the 7 a.m. flight. I don't know how I did it, but I set my alarm for 5, right? 5 p.m. it was that I set the alarm for. I woke up at 7, which was when the flight was taking off. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I started crying. I started tearing up. I wasn't really crying, but I started tearing up. I was like, I'm such an idiot. Oh my gosh. I've never missed a flight in my life. So it was like new experience. But then they had an 8:30 flight. So I was like, man, really down bad in the wallet from that week of just like canceling everything.
How long does it take to close a deal like this? I mean, it's a massive amount.
Oh, man.
You know.
Yeah, well, we're still in the process of, you know, does he actually want this property? You know, I was just on a call a second ago. So we're going to get on another call soon, and, you know, he might need another to see the property again. And there's a few other properties that are in the area that could suffice, but really I've really never seen anything quite like this property. It was amazing.
Well, I guess good luck. Yeah, I mean, if that happens, it's going to be great for you and the company.
Yeah,
we
it'll
had
be
great con
huge.
last week, and
it'd be huge.
No,
but this just
that'd be
goes to
crazy.
show everyone out there that I will drop whatever the heck I'm doing to satisfy your real estate needs. Because people forget. People forget. Because, you know, on my Instagram, I'm posting on Instagram with the acting. I'm doing the bodybuilding, you know. But people don't realize that I'm training at like 6 a.m. or like in the evening, like late at night. So my day is open, right, for either my acting work or but most of my day is real estate, you know, my day to day. So that's what I'm doing. I'm like looking for clients, and if I see something that for a specific client, I'll send it to them, or I'm dealing with new developers right now, and people that are trying to refurbish like all these multifamily properties, and it's crazy. So again, I'll drop
you do
anything to get the deal done. I'm all about action, guys. There's no messing around.
Talking about action, you were on the Unwaxed podcast last week, which made a lot of buzz. How was that?
Huge buzz. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I love those girls. They're so fun. They're like I don't know, they're like family in a way, right? We haven't known each other that long, but we have a really unique connection through our family. So
for our viewers that don't know, the Unwaxed podcast is with Sophia and Sistine Stallone. Joseph, is that right? It's Sophia and Sistine, right?
Sophie and Sistine. And so they had great questions. We had a great time on the podcast.
You had some great chemistry with Sophia, right?
Whoa. I mean, I like to think so, but we're not going to get into that right now.
We would.
No,
okay,
but
let's.
I mean, I love those girls. They're so fun, and we had a really good time on the podcast, and you guys should definitely check it out. Unwaxed. It was great.
Yeah, it was super fun to watch. 100%.
Yeah, you watched it, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was super fun. It was. Yeah.
We talked
they
about
should
everything.
Come on.
I exposed myself. I exposed
yeah.
them. I exposed Sophia for not following me back, and then, she followed me back, thankfully.
Oh, she did? Okay, mission accomplished.
Yeah, I finally got it. And then I exposed myself for, having a fat crush on Sophia like a while ago, but,
Well, you're an honest man.
I'm a very honest man.
Changing topics, let's talk about the whole Djokovic scandal. Did you hear about all that? So, for all of you who don't know, so Djokovic is a huge tennis player, and he was supposed to play in the Australian Open this week, and he flew into Australia last week. But everyone that flies into Australia needs to be vaccinated. However, Djokovic, he got special permission from the Australian Tennis Board to play in the tournament without being vaccinated. And he reached Australia, and that news leaked. And the public was outraged because, I feel for them. Everyone needs to be vaccinated to fly around the, countries nowadays. And just because he's an athlete, he was given special permission to fly in and, participate in that tournament. And it kind of backfired. And did you hear about all this? It was all over the news since the last couple of weeks.
I did hear all about it, but I didn't know so many details about what exactly was going on. So what ended up being the conclusion?
So
was he able to play in the tournament?
No. So he was in the airport for 10 to 15 hours, and then they were questioning him, and then they let him through. And then the public went absolutely insane. They were like, we aren't allowed to travel. We aren't allowed to come back to our own countries if you're not vaccinated. And this guy gets a free pass.
Oh, yeah.
So they literally sent him back after giving him permission to come into the country. He checked into the hotel. He was practicing on the courts, and then he was sent back to Australia. I think he's from Serbia, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think that's right.
He was sent back, and now every single major tennis tournament has made it compulsory for every athlete and every player to be vaccinated. So he has no option now to go get vaccinated. It's been 2 years. Now if you're not vaccinated, I don't know. I don't want to get into all that, but it makes sense. Yeah, but it makes sense now. Especially if you're an athlete and you have to fly across borders every single week, what option do you have now?
Right. Man, that is brutal because he was the defending champion, right? For the Australian Open?
He was. He
was the defending champion. Yeah. So he was going to defend his title.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which sucks. It sucks. But in other news, did you see Forbes, the top earning social media stars? I saw the list and I was a bit taken aback. There's MrBeast at $54 million and Jake Paul at $45 million. That's more than A-list actors.
MrBeast?
Look, you don't even know him, and he earned $54 million last year.
Why don't I know who that is? YouTube guy.
And that's my point. These guys earn $45-50 million a year. That's more than an A-list actor is earning. I think he's 21 or 22.
22?
I think so.
Getting $40 million?
54.
54? Dang, bro. What are we doing? Gosh, damn it. We're starting a little podcast. Oh, man.
I'm going to have to open a lot more. I've got to open
learning. It's a process. See, we're growing slowly so that, it's all about stability. We're building a strong foundation for the future. Okay? That's what we're doing.
We were talking earlier about how social media puts so much pressure on people to succeed and, quickly and instantly, and how that affects someone's mental health.
Oh man, we talked about this on the Unwaxed podcast for a second. So yes, that has been a huge thing that I've noticed from myself and most of my peers, most people kind of just that are on social media, really, because you see only success on social media. You only see the good, really, right? You don't see what's really going on behind the scenes. People are only posting. I know I usually post only if I feel like I either look kind of good or if I accomplish something. I always have to have a reason to post, right? So that's always tough to see because you see these guys that are 19, younger than us, making millions and millions of dollars out of nowhere. And you're like, well, what the hell? So you have all these people that are, I feel like it's become a toxic thing because you have so many people trying to be YouTubers and TikTokers and, influencers. It's bad because it's saturated the market. But two, it's bad because they have this false hope that they can do it too, which, I'm not saying that they can't, but it's hard to stand out when you're doing the same stuff as everyone else.
And like, that's what I want to talk about because it's really interesting. But when I came to college to LA in 2015 or 2016, I was very close to someone who's now a big creator. He was actually on that top 10 list right now. And, back then he was just on the come up. And the way, like the amount of money he was earning back then, I was kind of confused that, like, I've seen like people have big houses and big cars, but they're normally like hedge fund managers or they have some big multinational company. And then there's these guys who are like posting vlogs on YouTube and out-earning these guys, earning 30, 40, $50 million a year. So I asked him once, I don't want to name him, but I asked him in his house that, like, how does it feel to, make all this overnight? And he was like, this is not overnight. I posted for like 7 or 8 years straight and no one watched. So like, when someone asks me like, you've got this overnight, he said, people talk about, how I got it overnight, but that's not true because, I posted for like 7 or 8 years. It's all about the consistency that I did not give up. And I think that is something people miss in social media. It's like they don't see the 7 or 8 years of hard work that someone does and they judge them on like, oh, he made like X amount this year, he just posts videos on the internet.
Right. So, that goes back to a lot of that's been the reoccurring subject in a lot of our guests. Mm-hmm. A lot of our guests have been bringing up like the consistency, the hard work, the the grind, really. And even for influencers and YouTubers and all that, there is work that is put into that. But that's what I'm saying, that everyone wants to do that, but they don't realize what it really takes, right? That it takes,
because they see
you're constantly every day trying to content create. And some people have it and some people, really don't. So that's why it creates that false hope for some people, because you think it's overnight. You think you're gonna make one TikTok and you're gonna get 1 million views, and all of a sudden you're like, able to
nothing
compete
happens
with
overnight.
Addison Rae, but
Nothing.
you can't. You really can't.
Yeah, nothing happens overnight. I mean, we saw it with our guests. I mean, Rick said he worked for so many years before he started his own company, and with Regan when he was on, like. It took him, like, he had to become a champion first to, get an opportunity to become a trainer. So, it takes years and years of hard work that no one really sees. But yeah, I think that's how to make it. You just can't give up. You have to be consistent in anything you do. And I think that's one thing that I did learn from both of our guests. And I'm super excited for, who's to come next and, give us some more inspiration. On
it's also not a lifestyle that people realize, like, people don't realize what kind of lifestyle you need to have to do that kind of stuff, right? You have to be like constantly active, constantly. That is your life.
We interrupt this program to bring you our sponsor for today. Guys, this video is sponsored by our friends at Geology. This award-winning men's skincare company will formulate a customized skincare routine just for you using a handful of powerful, proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. In fact, Geology is one of the only men's skincare companies to have retinol as an active ingredient in their products. If you suffer from acne, dark circles under your eyes, wrinkles, or sensitive skin, look no further. To get started, take Geology's 30-second diagnostic quiz, and the team of dermatologists will design and ship a regimen directly to your door. It's that simple. Their face wash is incredible. It smells amazing, and I love the way it makes my skin feel after using it. With over 4,000 5-star reviews, why not give it a try? Start today with a 30-day free trial of all their 4 products: their Everyday Face Wash, Vital Morning Face Cream, Repairing Night Cream, and Nourishing Eye Cream. Head to geology.com, take their free skincare quiz, and with this offer, you will save 70% on your first purchase. Just click the link below in the description, use code OPPOSITE. That's OPPOSITE and save 70% off your purchase. Now back to the podcast. Yeah, a volcano erupted, right? A couple of days back. Did you hear about that?
Dude. Yes. In where is it? Tonga? No. Tonga?
Tonga. Yeah, Tonga.
Yeah. Gnarly. That's really sad. Because what did it caused? It caused tsunamis, right?
Yeah, I saw like videos on the coast of Tonga, and like, people, like, their houses, like, just, were demolished in like 35 seconds, which was super sad to watch, man. Like, it was insane. Yeah, a lot of bad shit happened this last week. An actor, did you hear about the actor that lost his life skiing? Since you're into acting, this actor called Gaspard Ulliel, he died. He died one day after the trailer for his new Marvel show Moonlight came out. I saw the trailer, and then the next news tab I saw was that he lost his life, and I was like, damn, like,
so sad.
I just saw
he wasn't able to see the film.
Yeah,
I forget what that term is.
It's
when the actor isn't able to see the film before they pass. But that happened to Heath Ledger also on what was that? Dark Knight?
Joker. Batman, yeah. Dark Knight, yeah, when he was playing Joker. Now, yeah, I mean, skiing is dangerous. I mean, Michael Schumacher, the Formula One legend, he is still in a bad shape because of his skiing accident, and now this guy. I mean, skiing. I mean, I don't ski. Do you ski? I've never skied in my life.
I snowboard, but I mean, I love it. I actually need to learn how to ski because I would like to learn both. Snowboarding. I tore my MCL snowboarding. I mean, any of those like board sports, like active sports, like you can mess yourself up doing anything really, but is that really gonna stop you? Nah.
Let's talk about fitness. I want like a lot of people have been asking, on our comments to talk about fitness and how you're so much into fitness. Were you always this fit, or like did you have to, were you ever chubby, or did you ever have to work super hard for it, or like were you gifted?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always work hard for it, but the thing is I think I explained this before, but when I was in high school, really middle school through high school, I was really chubby, like really overweight. Mm-hmm. And I was really self-conscious about my weight. It wasn't till my sophomore year of high school that I joined the swim team, and my fat started like shedding off. It was amazing. It was really cool. And I got more hyped and more inspired because I was seeing progress, that I started training in the gym also. No knowledge, classic high school kid that does the classic, high school kid exercises. Just doing curls, bench, random stuff with no technique. I looked like shit, but I was still looking better. I was shedding the pounds. I was shedding the fat. So by my junior year of high school, I was like shredded, tip-top shape, right? But that was just from swim. I was like 165 pounds, 170 pounds. I think I was like 5'10", 5'11" by then. I'm like 6'1" now. And yeah, I mean, really what kept me trying to stay in shape was being self-conscious about my body. From that early standpoint of being so chubby, and kids making fun of me in middle school or whatever, and feeling like I couldn't go talk to the girls or go get a girlfriend.
Wait, so were you like really fat? Like, I mean,
I was pretty overweight. I'll send you a pic. We can put it up like right here.
Sure.
But
sure.
Man, it was not that I was so crazy like fat. It was more of just like I was just so self-conscious about it. So, but that feeling of being self-conscious stayed with me my whole life, and I still have it. I don't know if it's considered body dysmorphia or whatever you want to call it, but you know, I will eat something that I shouldn't be eating, or like I'll go out and drink with friends, and the next day I'll be like, man, I look like crap. I look terrible. So then I'll train even like twice as hard, right?
And do you work out every day?
I do work out every day. I do. I try to at least, but it's like I'm sick in the head. You know, it's like I've become addicted to it, which it's a good addiction to have, but I've become really addicted to the process, really addicted to training, and I get instant gratification really from training, because I get to see my pump, I get to see the veins pop out, I get to see the abs showing, and like, you know, when I sweat, I'm all glossy and I'm like, yeah, like looking sick, right? So it's like instant gratification. So I'm really addicted to it. So when I don't train a day, I'm like, I get bummed out, and it really gets to my head. So constantly training. Now I've finally figured out my diet, and like I've got it down really. After I did this shoot in Hawaii, where I had to really lean down and really get to it, then I really figured it out with the protein, with the carbs, with the salad, like, and then I figured out what I like to eat, right? Because I think the big problem with people and why they can't get into it is because they copy what other people are doing and don't adapt to what they want to do to make it enjoyable, because you have to make it enjoyable. For me, what I do is really enjoyable. I love going to the gym. I love going on hikes, playing sports. I'm an athlete, I just built that way. And so I love being active. That's what works for me. And there's certain things that don't work for me that are not fun. Like, I don't know. I kind of like it all. But certain people, they don't like to go to the gym. So you need to find something that you enjoy, something that you really like, that is going to take that 30 minutes, an hour of your day so that you can be active, so that you can lose. If your goal is losing fat, then, you just need an activity. If your goal is to like run longer, be more cardio-based fit, then you need to find something that's cardio-based that's fun for you, whether it's hiking long distance, running long distance, swimming, sports, whatever it is. But you have to find something that's really fun for you. That's how you really get started building the momentum, and then you can branch out and do the stuff that you don't really like to do. Right?
But
so
tell me something from an acting point of view, because you want to become an actor. You already are an actor now. Your movies are coming out. Does how you look, and you put so much effort into how you look physically, does that take away from acting, like the whole acting part of it? Because there are some actors that don't care about their body. They don't have those six-pack abs, and they aren't like muscular,
right?
But like they're like great actors. So like, do you think like a lot of like today, especially in like today's like generation with like acting, a lot of you have to look a certain way, or like would you pack on 50 pounds for a movie if you had to, and like give up your physique? You would? Yeah.
I would do anything for if it's the right film and has like everything that I'm looking for, right? Then yeah, I'd drop 50 pounds, I'd gain 50 pounds, whatever they need, right? To fit that role, and or at least I'd try as hard as possible to do so. But yeah, so what you're saying is there's a gap between like the guys that are really fit and then the guys that are really good at acting. Is that what you're saying?
I think there are movie stars and then there are actors. And I think there's a big difference in being a movie star and being an actor. Like
right.
Dicaprio is an actor. right? Like he's never
But
cared
he's a
about
movie
like
star.
looking. But he's a movie star because of his acting, and then there are people that are movie stars because of their personality or the way they look. Like Chris Hemsworth, right? Like he's good looking, he has a big body, he's Thor, right? He's a superhero, he's a movie star. I wouldn't say he's the best actor.
Well, I mean, people love certain people, yeah, because of their personality, because of their character, their mannerisms, the way they look. Yeah, I agree with that. But if you can do both, then why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to do is have my fit body, have the body that I dream for, that I've had a goal for, and while also trying to be the best actor that I can be. This role that I actually just did in New Jersey was finally, I was so excited because it was one of the first roles where I had like a really meaty monologue, and I really just like let everyone have it. It's like really emotional and kind of like very serious. So, oh man, so happy to do that. It made me so happy. I was like, finally, everything that I have been working for in acting classes and like training with my acting coach and doing this, reading the lines, everything that I've been doing, it's like I'm starting to freaking show it. So, and it gets better over time. As we were shooting, I kept getting better and better. So, back to your question, my goal really is I love having a certain body, and if it's for the film, I'll sacrifice that, but the acting comes first. For me in films, the acting comes first, right? If I can't learn my lines, have everything down, be prepared by the time that I'm on set, then why are they going to hire me? So that's why I'm always prepared. I'm always on top of it. I train with my coaches before I prepare. I prepare like crazy for these films. So even if it's like a 1-page dialogue and that's it, and then I'm like out of there, still prepare, still get my character down, get all the obligations down. So I do know what you mean with the movie stars versus the actors, but I think there's a lot of them that
do both.
That are both. Brad Pitt. Yeah. I love Brad Pitt. He's a movie star, but he's a freaking good actor, I think.
Right.
Everyone
thinks. Trust me. Yeah.
But he's a good-looking guy. Like that guy is a good-looking guy, right? So, and Leo, he's one of the best actors of all time, right?
By far.
But he's a heartthrob. Everyone, the ladies think he's freaking smoking.
I saw his movie last night, actually. Don't Look Up. Did you watch that on Netflix?
I haven't seen that yet. Is it good?
It's really good. It's about how an asteroid is coming to Earth, and what they do. And he's a scientist. He plays such a good scientist. I think it's funny. It's like a mix of like science fiction and like comedy. But yeah, that got me thinking. I mean, that can happen. Like an asteroid can come. It's actually, it gets you thinking in a different way. I think so, but it wasn't that close. It's like,
oh, right.
Imagine one drops right on Earth, like we all are fucked. Like if that happens.
That's true. Jamie Foxx, really good looking,
movie star,
shredded when he needs to be, but that dude, he is phenomenal. He is nuts.
He is, yeah. True.
I think he's doing a film playing Mike Tyson. Like, dude, how are you gonna play Mike Tyson? That's sick. And he did the impression, the impersonation. I was like, man, this guy's good.
I saw that.
Yeah, man.
In other news, are you a big gaming guy? Did you see that Microsoft bought the gaming company Activision for $69 billion, which is the best tech acquisition of all time? Activision is the company.
Yeah, how many
that,
billion dollars?
$69 billion.
Jeez.
6-9. Yeah, Activision is the company behind Call of Duty,
Right.
etc. Yeah, I mean, it was
Like
one of the biggest
half
acquisitions ever.
Half the Call of Duties, right? Or is it all of them?
All of them. Like, they made all
okay.
the Call of Duties. But, like, there was a lot of debate that this gives Microsoft a monopoly in this space, which is not kind of business ethical. And the day this happened, Sony, because Microsoft competes with Sony with the Xbox versus the PlayStation, Sony's share price dropped by 20% in one day because Microsoft went and bought Activision. Yeah, just wanted to throw that in there. That was like super, cool news. But like, yeah,
That's gnarly. That sucks for Sony.
Yeah.
Well, they got to figure
does.
something out.
It does. But yeah, do you want to talk about what you learned from
company? What's going on with your tech company?
Oh, it's going good. So we're moving into a new headquarters next month. That's why I had to come. I had to rush back here, and we expanding rapidly. We're getting many more people. That's why we needed like a much bigger space. So yeah, it's flourishing. Hopefully one day Microsoft buys me for $69 billion.
Right.
I'll settle for 69 million, to be honest. Forget 69 billion, but yeah, let's see how that goes. Do you want to talk about anything you learned from, like, I know we already spoke about Rick and Regan, but like anything that stood out? A lot of people really liked the episode with Rick.
That one was action packed.
A lot of people,
that one was action packed.
A lot of people aren't like, they love real estate, and it's like a hot topic, and he spoke so well about real estate, and
and people want to know. People want to know what the market's like and what's going on. So stay informed, because it's a great. Real estate's always and will always be a great investment, whether it's in the metaverse or in real life. I guess metaverse is real life now.
Let's see.
I just got my first NFT.
I saw that. Yeah. Explain. What was that? Which one did you buy?
It's through After Party. An After Party.
I saw that. Yeah.
I guess they're throwing. So they're doing all kinds of events, like festivals, events, but they're gathering artists and performers, artists, actors, you name it, to join this community. And basically, like, these NFTs are kind of your access into all these. It's kind of like a club, right? And your NFT is like the access into your club, or into this club. So I like the message. I like that it was like all artists and creative. So I like to think that I'm an artist and a creative too. So yeah, I was excited about it, and my NFT is kind of sick. They were kind of randomly generated.
Yeah.
I got a pretty sick one. Not gonna lie.
I saw it. I mean, no, it's good that you're finally into the NFT world, and I think it's the future. So
it's like
as
the
well,
initiation process, right?
Yeah, and you're still early. People think it's too late, but it's still early. I mean,
it's still kind of early.
At the grassroots levels.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think I think we pretty much covered everything. Let us know if you guys liked an episode without a guest, and we'll be back with a guest next week. Do we know who the guest is right now? Or,
as of right now, we have like three. We have 3 tentative people, and I'm really excited for these people. They're gonna be really fun. Hopefully, you guys love them, and we'll get it going. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to us, and like the video. Press the like button. Spread the word. Follow us on Instagram @OppositeEnds. Swipe up. Smash the subscribe button. Comment your comments. Do all the things. I don't know. I was trying to follow. I was trying to say what the YouTuber I think we said. Got it. Yeah, I think we got it. All right. All right. Peace out. Thank you.